Got my eyes straight ahead, got my head in the game. With the red light on, I'm just waiting for the change. Keep my head down low.
Hi, Jay Fallon here. Thanks for listening to the Slippery Slope. So, this is just going to be a quick episode. Just to let you know too that I won't be doing any episodes for probably about 2 weeks. Just going to have a little break, a little holiday. I'm actually heading down. Obviously, there's a cyclone heading down to the southeastern corner of Queensland, and I've just happens to be that I have to drive down that way. I'm going on a cruise, my first ever cruise. My wife's talking me to go on a cruise. So yeah, we're going on a cruise. So we'll wait and see what's happening. Trust me to pick a cruise that that's going to depart when there's a cyclone hanging around. Anyway, so won't be doing any episodes for a little while. Anyway, so just want to get through a couple of articles because I think if we're not careful, these articles are very right, and if we're not careful, we are going to end up, mate, the same place where the same place that the UK is. I'll go through this article first. This is an opinion piece that came through in the Daily Mail, the Courier Mail. Multiculturalism's ugly underbelly has been exposed. This was written by Mike O'Connor. So here we have Sheik Wasam Charkawi. Sorry, I don't know how you pronounce his name. Anyway, it goes on to say it should now be obvious to anyone with an IQ exceeding their shoe size that the nation is sleepwalking its way towards a dangerous state of disruption and division. We now have teachers at a Sydney State High School leading students in chants of Allahu Akbar and waving Palestinian flags in support of school staff member Sheik Wasam Charkawi. That's him there, that gentleman there. Charkawi was confined to working from home after he defended the actions of two nurses. You know, those two stupid nurses that got out and spoke about how they would kill Jews if they came into the hospital instead of looking after them. Yeah, there's two idiots. So he's defended the actions of two nurses who allegedly claimed to have killed Israeli patients and refused to treat them. While this was playing out, ASIO Director General Mike Burgess was saying that the anti Semitism incidents occurring now represented threats to life. Asked if ASIO had ever witnessed such threats before, he said, I don't believe we've done that in our history. When that goes unchecked in society, that may well create an environment where it gives violence more permission. Elsewhere, Senator Fatima Payman, I've spoken about her a few times, who bailed from the Labor Party and now sits as an independent. I'm sick of these people that, pull out from their parties and just go as an independent like this. They just don't like being told. They don't like towing the line. Anyway, told a television interviewer that Iran was an incredible place for women. I don't think modern day Iran is an incredible place for women. Following an uproar, she admitted that in fact she had never been to Iran and withdrew her remarks. She's got no idea. Oh, anyway, for the record, the Muslim Iranian government has drawn up but not yet enacted the law on protecting the family through the promotion of the culture of chastity and hijab, which permits the death penalty for demonstrating against compulsory veiling laws, as well as imposing flogging, fines, prison sentences, travel bans, and restrictions on education and employment for women and girls who defy compulsory veiling laws, while providing immunity to anyone who physically attacks a woman for not being veiled. Yep, that's how great Iran is. And so that's obviously an incredible place for women, for sure. Speaking at the same event as Senator Payman was the founder of the Islamic Friendship Association, Kaiser Trad, who claimed that Palestinian men and women were being raped and tortured in Israeli prisons while offering no evidence to support this. Mr. Trad has a benevolent view of violence toward women, having said previously that men should only hit them as a last resort. It's nice to know. Now, you women, you know, just know that when your man gives you a little backhander, it's the last resort. You probably deserved it. Crikey. Senator Lydia Thorpe, ex Greens, and now another independent who, doesn't want to, anyway, has never been to Iran, but I'm sure that there are a lot of people who would happily pay her one-way fare to go there. Speaking at a Queensland University of Technology function, she revealed her plans to F the colony and take over privately owned land and put the flag in. In the same address, Thorpe said she hated attending Parliament, but did it for her ancestors, and just maybe for the 233,660 yearly paycheck. Forget the rule of law and the property rights of the 97% of the population that is non-indigenous. Just put the flag in and occupy the land. According to prominent Muslim Sheik Ibrahim Dadaon, sorry, it is possible that the wave of violent anti-Semitism occurring in Australia is being sponsored by the Israeli intelligence agency Mossad. Crikey. Now that is a conspiracy theory that, when will the ASIO boss tell Australians if Mossad had anything to do with the wave of manufactured anti Semitic attacks conducted by known criminals? He asked. Following the Hamas massacres of Israelis on October 7, Sheikh Dadaun said he was smiling and elated, describing the murders of men, women, and children as a day of victory. He is an Imam of the United Muslims of Australia, which received $3 million in federal funding last year. All this and more points to the presence of groups of people in this country who we've let in. We've allowed them open arms because our ridiculously naive politicians think that multiculturalism doesn't have a price, that, a religion and people with beliefs that are completely at odds with the Judeo Christian beliefs that this country was founded on can come in and it won't have any effect. Anyway, all this points to the presence of groups of people in this country who have no interest in our common good and who have brought with them the hatreds and prejudices of those places from which they came. Multiculturalism for them is a joke. The Australian ethos of a fair go for all, pride in our country, old fashioned patriotism, and sense of togetherness is nowhere to be seen in these groups, being replaced by tribalism with its narrow mindset and a disregard for others that is now spreading like a plague among us. Anyway, I want to go quickly on to the next article. This deeply troubling angry parents slam Brisbane College for pro-Palestine speaker. So this happened at an elite Catholic school. Check this out. She's there, clenched fist, pro-Palestine. So an elite Catholic boys' school is accused of being Palestinian, with angry parents and Jewish community leaders slamming Ambrose 3C College for inviting a Palestinian woman to speak to students about the Gaza conflict. Ramah Naji, the Greens candidate, the Greens are dangerous. They are a dangerous party. They are a part of the decay from the inside of the fabric of Australia. And the more if we keep allowing them, if we keep voting them in, we are going to see the rot coming up. Anyway, so the Greens candidate for the federal seat of Moreton was the guest at a school assembly where she shared the impacts of war on Palestinian children. Ms. Naji also showed photographs of children carrying signs saying "Free Palestine, Stop the Genocide," and one child killed every 10 minutes in Gaza by Israel. Alarmed Ambrosi Treacy parents have contacted the Courier Mail saying they feel Ms. Naji should not have been invited, describing it as deeply troubling. Anyway, like I said, we're sleepwalking. We're sleepwalking into a multicultural nightmare. Our politicians are sleepwalking Australia into being a Muslim state. That's what they're doing. You look at what's happened over there in the United Kingdom. Look at what's happened over there when you see Christians getting in trouble for silently praying silently praying outside of an abortion clinic, and yet Muslims in a large group sit down and pray out loud on a main road, blocking traffic. Or look at the mayhem after what happened in October 7 and 2023, when they all went out in the streets and celebrated the massacre of innocent Jews. This is the kind of thing that our politicians have been inviting into our nation, and we are sleepwalking into the same nightmare. This kumbaya movement for multiculturalism needs to come to an end. This is my opinion. I think the opinion piece that Mike O'Connor wrote about multiculturalism's ugly underbelly has been exposed. Our Australian politicians need to wake up and realise or admit the truth that multiculturalism, when it involves mass importation of Muslims, is not and will not work. This is all my opinion. I'm Jay Fallon. Thanks for listening to The Slippery Slope.
They just fuel a desire that will take me higher. I'm on fire because nothing's gonna bring me down. Nothing's gonna bring me down. Nothing's gonna stop me now. No more deals to be done. No nothing's gonna just focus on the goal. Nothing's gonna stop me now. Nothing's gonna hold me down. Got my eye on the prize. Got my eye on the prize. And tears on side. Nothing's gonna bring me down. Nothing's gonna stop me now. No more deals to be done. No more selling out my soul just to focus on the goal. Nothing's gonna stop me now. Nothing's gonna hold me down.